All right, welcome into GMSA at 9 on this Wednesday. We begin with live cam, a look outside on what is the first day of school for another round of kiddos today. So we wish them all the best as we continue on with the week.
Yes, SAISD starting today, Alamo Heights, a lot of the Archdiocese School, Judson
private
ISD,
schools.
and proof of the start of school, the slowdown there at Loop 410 at Jackson Keller. I'm going to take a quick check at the TxDOT website to see what is going on there.
35 at 90, it looks like there's a vehicle pulled over there, maybe either a stalled vehicle or an accident, but slow going in a number of spots, and you can certainly tell school is back in session for a lot of people.
Yes, there's a look at I-35 in Schertz, and there is a crash there at Loop 410 at Fredericksburg Road eastbound, so just be aware of that. So yeah, happy first day back to school. Everyone going back this week. A lot of excitement in the air for the students.
All right, maybe a little excitement for those who are looking for some rain in the rain gauge at home.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And you know, traffic always becomes a problem, yes, when school gets back, and then the time change. Those are like the two times when I know the traffic patterns just change altogether. But if you're stuck in traffic, maybe you're listening to us, you're streaming, we'll try to keep you company while you're sitting there. And I can tell you this, the sun is out. It is bright for those who are commuting this morning. But yes, we're also looking for some rain again this afternoon. We saw a little bit yesterday, not a ton, but some. And as we look at the satellite picture and radar combined, so we're looking at the visible satellite picture. So this is kind of looking down from space. We can get an idea of those clouds that are trying to bubble up. We don't see much, but there are some clouds just to our north. And I think the way things play out today, there's some boundaries floating around. We'll get some of these pop-up downpours. It'll probably take until the afternoon, though. We got to get some of that heating going. We'll see plenty of that. 80 right now, but 91 noontime, 96 at 2 o'clock, and then 98 is your high. 30% chance of seeing one of those downpours where you are, and then most of this will die down by 10 p.m. But let me show you the futurecast, just so you can get an idea of what the computer models are saying. And that's 2 p.m. And then as we get to 4 o'clock, there you see a little bit more coverage. There's your 30% chance rain. And it'll just kind of be sporadic around the area. You got to be the right place at the right place at the right time to get some of this rain. Meanwhile, we're going to watch what's going on in the Gulf, potentially some tropical development. We'll discuss coming up in a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Well, new details this morning as KSAT is digging into records from Uvalde County about the deadly Robb Elementary shooting. Those records include hours of video showing the shooter's steps before he entered the school and the tragic events inside.
Now, to be transparent, we are sharing these records with you as we receive them. So they're available right now at KSAT.com. Families of the victims are speaking out after the release. So Brett Cross, the guardian of Uzziah Garcia, posted on X saying in part, quote, "About time. You don't lawyer up for 3 years to protect transparency." Vincent Salazar, father of Layla Salazar, posted on Facebook saying in part, quote, "I feel it's necessary to respond to those who say we need to move on. If you're saying that, then you did not lose a child that day," end quote. Again, all those records are at KSAT.com. The trial continues for Derek Coles, a man accused of beating his son so badly that he died. His son, Danilo Coles, died back in February of 2022. Prosecutors told the jury that the suspect and his wife, Capri Cheatham, repeatedly abused the 12-year-old with extension cords, burning him and making him hold heavy items over his head for hours. If Derek Coles is convicted, he's facing up to life in prison. The trial date for his co-defendant, again his wife, Capri Cheatham, has yet to be set.
Well, in court today, 15 suspects accused of being involved in a state-led vote harvesting scheme. 6 of the suspects, including the Frio County judge and Pearsall Council members, were arrested back in May. So the other 9, including a former candidate for San Antonio mayor and former Bexar County Democratic chair, were indicted in early July. Most have been charged with vote harvesting, which is a 3rd-degree felony in Texas.
On again, 9:02 now, starting off each school day on the right foot by biking or even walking to school. That is the goal of the Safe Routes to School program.
And the City of San Antonio's Transportation Department is working to get a grant that would fund the program and ultimately give kids and their parents the option to walk or to ride to school safely. Emily Hutchison and her family enjoy taking part in bike night every week.
Kenna, red light.
It's fun. We're riding in a group.
Emily has the kindergartner and the 2nd grader starting the school year at Mark Twain Dual Language Academy this week. She says she would really love for them to bike to school. But when her husband tried with her son a year and a half ago, They say it wasn't safe.
And they love biking to school, but the route's just not safe and they didn't feel comfortable.
Emily says she approached the city and asked for the school to be part of a pilot program that creates safe routes to school. City transportation officials say it is still in the early stages.
Trying to figure out what it is that we need to bring to those schools to make them safe. But it could be everything from a loose dog situation to a fact that they have some connectivity issues with their sidewalks.
The city's transportation department is now waiting on a grant that, if approved, would allow them to expand the program at 3 San Antonio schools, including Mark Twain Dual Language Academy.
Since our schools are small in terms of size, so they have to queue around city streets that can create traffic. So the more students can walk or bike, the better.
For now, Emily and her family have organized a once-a-month morning bike ride to Twain Academy with other students and their parents.
It's so fun. It's so fun. The kids are excited. They ring their bells. We see turkeys on the route.
You can ride with people that you know.
What are some of the things that you would like to see happen?
Crosswalks, bike lanes. We don't have any of that. I also think it's good for them to be outside, and I think a lot of kids these days don't get enough time outside, so I want my kids to make sure they're getting time outside.
Yeah, they want their kids to have like a breath of fresh air in the morning before getting to school. And even if they're not participating in the bike program, those who do drive to school, that means it'll shorten the car line. So that's the
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. So by October, they should know whether they get the grant.
Oh, good. Very good. Well, I know you'll keep us posted.
We will.
Okay. On to this now. New this morning, Northside ISD's Board of Trustees unanimously approved a new policy banning all communication devices from when the first bell rings until the school day is over.
Well, Superintendent Dr. John Kraft says the district will follow the new Texas law as it was written. So the law prohibits phones the whole day. That includes lunchtime. Kraft says students may bring a phone to school, but it has to stay in their backpack.
And teachers will be asked to keep students' backpacks in a designated area in the classroom. If a student does not bring a bag, then they will still have to leave their phone in that area.
And next week, San Antonio ISD will discuss its own cell phone policy. Northeast ISD is set to vote on a big decision this November. The district is asking voters to approve a $495 million bond that would fund infrastructure, security, and repairs throughout the schools. Now, the superintendent there says they've spent 2 years listening to students, parents, staff, and taxpayers to make sure this plan meets the community's needs. So if you want to vote, you need to register by October 6th. Election Day is November 4th.
Speaking of school, we know that picking the right one for your kid is overwhelming, or at least it can be. And a local group is helping parents across Bexar County. It's called the School Discovery Network. It used to be known as San Antonio Charter Moms. It offers an online school map, a Facebook group with 15,000 parents, and events throughout the city. They have information on independent districts, charter, magnet, and private schools, which is even more important now that Texas school vouchers have passed.
Private schools, they do testing and open houses and tours. They're starting in September, October for that. So it's definitely not too early to be researching private schools. And families are going to need.
Now you can scan the QR code there on the bottom left of your screen to learn more about school vouchers, how they work, and how they affect you. If you're interested in signing up for a free consultation, just visit the School Discovery Network website.
Well, a temporary move to make way for permanent improvements. The Carver Branch Library is moving its services to the Denver Heights Community Center during a renovation. Now, that renovation got underway this week at the Carver Library, which is 95 years old. It's expected to blend history with state-of-the-art technology. And for now, you can still enjoy the Carver's content at the Denver Heights Community Center on Porter Street. All right, here's today's 9 at 9. The Texas Senate passed a GOP-led redistricting bill that could give Republicans up to 5 more House seats. But without enough members present in the House, the bill can't move forward. If Democrats don't return by Friday, the session ends and a new one begins immediately.
President Trump is having a virtual meeting today with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and several European leaders. The talk is expected to set the stage for Mr. Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday, as big challenges remain for a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine.
President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are no longer promising to repeal the Affordable Care Act, but they are quietly rolling back the landmark health reform law. Legislation will make it more difficult to enroll in and renew Affordable Care Act coverage by increasing verification requirements.
U.S. inflation did not rise as much as economists expected last month, even in the face of the tariff rollout. Consumer prices rose 0.2% in July to keep the annual inflation rate at 2.7%. Gas prices fell in July while food prices were mainly flat.
Spirit Airlines warning shareholders that it might not survive if it can't raise enough cash to cover its upcoming debt payments. Spirit said its credit card processor is demanding more funds held as collateral, or it could lose the contract that expires at the end of the year.
TSA's new facial recognition ID program is now operating at 14 airports, and 4 airlines. Delta, United, American, and Alaska are taking part. Passengers must have an airline profile and be part of the TSA's pre-check program. If so, there's no need for a driver's license or a passport.
Powerball jackpot has climbed to a massive $526 million. No one hit all 6 numbers in Monday's drawing, so that jackpot keeps growing. If you win, the one-time cash option is $241 million. The next drawing is set for today.
Good luck. All right, a new offer for anyone fed up with the cost of cable TV and streaming. Sling TV now has a one-day pass. For $4.99, you can instantly activate live TV. The company says it's perfect for viewers who want to watch sports, award shows, or other events without a long-term contract.
And McDonald's has some familiar faces included in their latest Happy Meal toy collaboration. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Hello Kitty and friends are all teaming up in all the Happy Meals. So there are 12 figurines to collect while supplies last. I've been seeing these pictures for about a month now, and I can't wait. Check it out.
And nobody I know loves Hello Kitty more than you.
And it's a collab. It's the best of both worlds.
Are you going to McDonald's today?
I probably.
Okay.
Yes, just to see which one they have.
Good for
this
you.
week.
Well, if I can get my hand on one of those, I'll keep you in mind.
Thank you.
At 9:09 right now, 83 degrees outside, and still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, for your next family vacation, you may be looking for the best airline to take that will make travel easier. So coming up, we're going to show you what a new survey is saying about top airlines.
And AI is everywhere, and now it's making its way into schools. After the break, what one local teacher is saying about how to use it ethically.
Welcome back. It is 9:13. Well, plagiarism, presenting someone else's work or ideas as your own, this is something that teachers are having to adapt to more and more now that AI is in the mix of today's education.
Our Jaffney Gray spoke with one San Antonio ISD history teacher who has seen it all and is now educating his students on how to use AI ethically.
How have you been able to use AI?
Students with ADHD, learning disabilities, bilinguals, it's really hard to create specialized resources for these students who require that extra boost. So with AI, I'm able to take their data, throw it into an AI chat, analyze their shortcomings, and come up with a tailored plan for them.
Teaching your students how to use AI ethically. What do you mean by that?
If we were to show it from the jump, we would curb the students using it in this sort of generative way and more as a mentor and a peer, as a tutor. AP scores are historically low. I had my highest numbers this year because I had a whole day where I taught them how to use ChatGPT as a tutor. Having it propose multiple choice questions, create extra supplemental questions for study, prompting it why, how, the big questions, who, what, when, where, why. You ask it how to start. But if you just ask it, hey, what is 2 + 2? There's no cognitive processing, there's no work behind it, you're receiving.
So it can be tempting if you got a hard assignment. It's easy, you put the answer right there, you have it at your fingertips, but how much more beneficial is it that they go through that process?
If you start from the jump utilizing any generative AI chat as a brainstorming tool or a Socratic tutor, the brain is a muscle. You don't go to the gym once a week and say, I'm good, right? It's a routine. You must consistently work it out, and to work it out, it must be pushed past that zone of comfort.
So they recommend that both parents and teachers embrace artificial intelligence.
Yeah, they say that learn it so that you're familiar with the do's and don'ts, and so that you can help your child develop productive habits with AI as they continue to advance in their education. Of course, that was Jaffney Gray reporting right there.
Yeah, a lot of changes to the school year.
On a big day at Stephanie's house.
Oh, yeah, it was. Happy first day of school to my little girl. Yeah, she's starting the 6th grade today. Can't believe it, but it's funny because she's been in school since pre-K 3, and we've been taking the same chalkboard picture, and she let me do it again this year.
Same with us.
So thank you, Rennie, for letting me do this, and I hope you have a wonderful year. And of course, all the kiddos out there hoping they have a wonderful year. I know your little girl started as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she was a little anxious this morning, but I think it went well.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah, we have the same chalkboard, and I mean, we've got 2 sophomores now, and I give Luke and Maddie credit. They played along.
Yeah,
the other
that's
day.
good. In high school,
They
they're
held
still
it on,
doing it. Yeah.
Did what Mom asked, and so we got the picture, and then they were on their way.
Yes.
So.
Thanks to all the kiddos
Very good.
for letting us parents have our moment.
Yes, we must.
Indeed. Okay, it is time for SA Live to have their moment.
Well,
ladies?
speaking of showing that photo, I mean, you know, we got to see your little girl going to school, okay?
Yes.
And we want more back to school photos today, right?
We sure do. Want some back to school photos? Keep them coming. Scan that QR code on your screen. You got a back to school photo too.
Okay, I found one of my old pictures.
How cute! I mean, this confirms that she is indeed Sloan's mom.
I know.
Okay,
I mean, it's really just different color hair.
I love it. I love it. How is she liking back to school?
Oh, she's loving it. She was really disappointed in the second day because she says they did a lot of math.
I feel you. I feel you.
So much math, Mom.
Usually doesn't change after this.
Right. So we, of course, want to continue to see those back to school pictures. Scan that QR code, and you may see them in the show.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did we
good
survive
ones.
before social media? We didn't.
Right?
What did we do? We didn't.
We'd have to wait for the pictures to be developed unless you had a Polaroid.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
this
then,
is very true.
then you have the instant,
All right.
instant picture.
Very cute, ladies. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, those little film canisters. Like if you showed kids that these days, they'd be like, what is this?
I have some that didn't get developed. I found.
Oh, I
some
have
over
rolls
the
of
years.
film. Yeah.
You too. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I don't want to know what's on the film. I don't know.
Exactly.
We'll see.
We'll put them in a museum
Museum. Hey.
along with the floppy disk. All right.
Yes.
Let's take a look at some back to school photos.
Hey.
I'm guessing these dudes are twins.
I'm gonna agree.
Yes. First day of middle school for Dominic and Jack. We hope your middle school days go really well. Again, we appreciate the pictures. Send them into KSAT Connect. You can scan the QR code that you just saw there for SA Live. And we like sharing these. I mean, we want to see everyone having a great time going back to school. All right, outside right now, partly cloudy. It is 83. We did not get below 80 degrees this morning. It was a rough start. A lot of humidity, and we're already starting to warm up in a big way. Feels like 90. Feels like 90 in New Braunfels. Feels like 91 at Converse. Bernie is the only place in the 70s. Stinson's checking in at 82. And the Futurecast, this is a new computer model. So I showed you one off the top of the show. This is a different one, but it has basically the same kind of idea. By 4 o'clock, you get these spotty downpours popping up. And it's all going to depend on where some of those outflow boundaries move and where they set up. It's impossible to know exactly where this activity will flare up, but someone's going to get some rain. We saw that yesterday. Lakey was a big winner where they got up close to an inch of rain, at least estimated by the radar. 6 o'clock this afternoon or this evening, we'll see more of that. Does want to show a couple of thunderstorms trying to flare up. We shall see. This is 8 p.m., but I think by 10 p.m., a lot of this will start to go away. High temperatures, 98 here in San Antonio, 100 Pleasanton, 102 Cotulla, 99 in Eagle Pass today. Another hot one. Not as hot as yesterday. 101, by the way, yesterday. A little cooler today, but the heat index will make it feel that much worse. 100 in Pleasanton, 102 San Antonio. Heat index in Creosote Springs, 107 this afternoon. That's not so fun. All right, what's going on out in the Gulf? You probably heard us talk about this by now. There is a little wave down here. You can see it right there, a little spin. Right now it's over the Yucatan, so it's certainly not going to develop at this moment. But as it moves into the Gulf, in the path, you can see it right there, it takes it up into Texas. Hurricane Center is giving us a 20% chance of development. Well, really, it only has 48 hours or less to do this. It's moving pretty quick. Now, it is going to move over the warm waters of the Gulf. And when that happens, sometimes we can exceed expectations with these sort of systems. But I think for the most part, even if by small chance it gets a name, the impacts for us are the same, regardless, okay? It's going to be tropical moisture. And I think that feeds into South Texas by midday Friday. They could get some good rain there. And then this will start to work up towards San Antonio by Saturday. Now, I don't think the tropical moisture is going to be super thick and cause a bunch of problems, especially the way this thing is moving. But I am going to raise rain chances Saturday because, in theory, if we have that kind of good tropical moisture in place and with some daytime heating, we should see a good scattering of rain. So I'm going to go 30% today, 20% chance Thursday, Friday, and then I've decided to bump up Saturday to 40%. Do know this is not a day where your plans need to be canceled, but you may have to dodge some activity. And then next week, you know what? It's looking pretty good too. Maybe by the middle part of next week, we could be looking at some good rain chances. Now, mixed in there, days when we don't have rain chances, you're going to see highs around 100. The heat's not going anywhere. But, you know, at least there is rain mixed in there because, as I've been saying, San Antonio still needs quite a bit of it.
Yeah, even
the
after,
aquifer is dropping like a rock.
Yeah.
All right, even after all the rain we did get.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, we'll step aside here. It's 9:21. Don't go away. All right, welcome back to GMSA at 9. Families flying together. Typically, Hope Airlines will accommodate them to make travel easier. Now, Air Advisor has come out with its list of the top U.S. airlines for families in 2025. American Airlines came out on top. The second spot went to United Airlines. In third place, Delta Airlines. Hawaiian and Alaska Airlines round out the top 5, followed by JetBlue and Southwest.
Well, Taco Bell is set to unveil a new thirst-quenching item on its menu, Baja Midnight. A purple-colored Mountain Dew Baja Blast drink hits the menu board tomorrow. So Baja Midnight is the first permanent new Baja Blast flavor in 2 decades. The fast food chain says the drink mixes the taste of passion fruit with a twist of lime. And it's pretty.
And it's got a little caffeine in it, I'm guessing.
And it matches your tie.
And it matches my tie.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So
All
if I
wins.
spill, we're all good. It's 9:26 now, 83 degrees. More ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, if you are looking for a healthy meal for $20, David Elder is back again cooking up something very good. We're going to give you a sneak peek at that meal and a quick tutorial on how you can make it. Well, welcome back. It is 9:30 now. Construction kickbacks. 2 managers with San Antonio's Neighborhood and Housing Services used a company under contract with the city for personal home improvement projects.
One of those department leaders got a steep discount, too. The night team's Dylan Collier dug up the documents and has more.
Sounds like corruption to me. James Hamilton is resident council president of the Lewis Chatham Apartments, a public housing complex south of downtown. What is he referring to? Last summer, San Antonio's Office of Municipal Integrity was tipped off that 2 leaders from the city's Neighborhood and Housing Services Department used ProMasters remodeling to fix up their homes. A subsequent investigation found Special Projects Manager Johanna Cias, seen in her LinkedIn profile, paid ProMasters and 2 of its subcontractors over $25,000 to build this 480 square foot detached carport. KSAT could find no record that this job was done at a discount. Affordable Housing Administrator Ann Eaton, also seen here in her LinkedIn profile, paid ProMasters more than $16,000 for foundation work at her Southeast Side residence. Engineering reports showed the work should have cost close to $28,000, meaning Eaton enjoyed a more than 40% discount on the deal. Eaton went from reviewing and approving work to be done by ProMasters to being a client of ProMasters.
It sounds like somebody was receiving some type of kickback in exchange for something, monetary or probably even access to a contractor.
Invoices obtained by KSAT Investigate show from 2019 through this June, NHSD has made well over $14 million in construction payments to ProMasters remodeling. Officials with the company did not respond when we left requests for comment at multiple addresses associated with the business.
OMI completed its investigation of both women in October and concluded that no rules violations occurred. NHSD had no guidelines banning this type of behavior, but have since implemented a policy prohibiting its employees from hiring program contractors for personal use.
I find that astonishing, and I also find that as being a little deceptive to the community.
KSAT attempted to take our questions to NHSD Director Veronica Garcia, but were told she had no interview availability. Eaton, who resigned while under OMI investigation, declined to comment. A spokesman for her new employer, the City of Austin, referred our inquiries back to NHSD. Cias did not respond to a request for comment, left at her home. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Dylan Collier.
Well, neither the contractor, Eaton, nor Ciaz have been accused of any illegal conduct in connection with the work done. It is expected to be an emotional back to school for Kerrville ISD today after that devastating flooding in the Hill Country.
And by now they should be back in class already, but the district is welcoming back 4,600 students after, of course, a summer of loss and heartbreak. And despite everything, the community is standing strong. Our RJ Marquez sat down with the superintendent, Dr. Brent Ringo, before the start of class at the original Tivy School building. He said teachers and staff are ready for students and ready for a bit of normalcy. In an effort to help every family, all students got free backpacks and their full school supplies taken care of for the entire school year.
Our teachers are definitely feeling the love, and our teachers are wanting to get our students back in the classroom. Just one, to make those personal connections. On day one, we're going to have support dogs on each campus. We're going to have crisis counselors available because the recovery process is not just going to be a definitive timeline, and that is going to be ongoing, and we're going to be there for our students and our families as long as they need it.
Well, Dr. Ringo says that fortunately the district did not have any damage to their buildings or buses during the flooding. In fact, they used their transportation vehicles to evacuate hundreds of kids from campsites.
One of the first lawsuits linked to a death from the Hill Country floods has been filed. A family is suing a campground after 23-year-old Bailey Martin and his 22-year-old fiancée Jada Floyd died when their RV was swept away at the HTR Texas Hill Country Resort. The lawsuit, filed in Kerr County, targets the campground, its investors, Blue Water Development, and the resort's general manager. It claims the campground ignored 11 flash flood warnings, failed to provide safe escape routes, and did not train staff for emergencies. The family is seeking more than $1 million in temporary relief. The campground has not responded to requests for comment.
Well, Kerrville's steps toward flood recovery continues, and it starts with the debris left behind. Debris is being stored and shipped at the Loop 534 soccer fields. Now, we learned that more than 115,000 cubic yards of debris has been accumulated there. If it's hard to visualize how much that is, think 1 cubic yard is about the size of a standard washing machine. So in total, that is 115,000 cubic yards here of debris that has been collected. So as these cleanup operations continue, city staff saying that people with the Texas A&M Forest Service are marking trees that can be saved near the river.
There's a lot of work ahead of us in terms of what is it going to look like, what's the shape of the river going to look like, how much can we leave, how much do we need to just say be gone because it's a safety issue. And so we have to balance the conservation with the practicality of it all.
Debris management is just one area that the city of Kerrville is focused on. Operations and economic recovery are happening as well. We learned that search and recovery efforts were out at Nimitz Lake yesterday to try to find the 2 people who were still reported missing in these floods, but we didn't get an update on what was found. And we want to remind you that this coming Monday, August 18th, the Together for Texas concert is happening. So it's going to be at the Tobin Center, and all the proceeds will go to local flood relief efforts. So the tickets will start at $35 each, and you can catch that concert live on KSAT 12 and also KSAT Plus.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Steve Trevino, Gabriel Iglesias, Los Lonely Boys, Lyle Lovett. A lot of stars going to be out Monday night at the Tobin Center. Well, no stars out right now, or if they're out, technically adjusted, we can't see them, obviously.
No, and we've got just a couple clouds out there. It's not a bad start. We've got 83 degrees here in San Antonio right now. Humidity's there, so that means it's going to help to stir up some showers and storms as we get into the afternoon. Pollen count, molds are low, pigweed is low. Pigweed shows up for whatever reason today. It hasn't been in pollen count for a while, but it is there today in a very low capacity, just 10. And as we look at the satellite picture here, we do have some clouds trying to bubble up to our north. And we've got some showers and storms up there around Waco and Dallas. It's going to take some time, but we should get some of these clouds to turn into some thunderstorms later today, or at least some showers. And that will be mainly in the afternoon. So 91 noontime, heat index up around 100. 30% chance of rain at 3 o'clock. 98 is your high temperature. Heat index will be 100 plus. And look for rain to wind down somewhere around 9, 10 o'clock this evening before we get some more small rain chances next couple days, and then a little better chance on Saturday thanks to some tropical moisture. More on that in just a couple minutes.
Very good, sir. Thank you. Well, this morning we are connecting with the council. So I'm trying to go out to each of the 10 city council districts to talk candidly with the council members representing all sides of town. My first stop was Morgan's Wonderland in District 10, where council member Mark White is gearing up for the annual city budget talks, while passionate discussions are being held about money and spending, especially around Project Marvel.
Project Marvel as a whole, there's a lot that goes on there, but what we're really focused on right now is the proposed new Spurs Arena downtown. And it's really important for your viewers to have a clear understanding of what's going on here. The county has called an election for November. That election is going to decide the fate of this new arena, right? It's a done deal. The voters will go to the polls in November to decide this issue. City Council doesn't get to decide whether we have a new arena or not. It's the voters, and that's how it should be.
Right.
All we're doing right now as a City Council is we are trying to finalize the term sheet, because it's my position that the voters deserve to know the details, the terms of the deal, before they go to the polls in November.
And that's just a small portion of our conversation. You can catch the entire conversation right now at KSAT.com.
Well, where are we with Project Marvel, the proposed downtown sports and entertainment district? San Antonio Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones has called for a pause. Now, she wants an independent economic analysis on the project before the city can move forward with plans to pay for some of it. She explained her reasoning during a KSAT Q&A yesterday.
The only economic analysis that we've seen has been done by the Spurs' consultant. And so CSL, that was commissioned to do the economic analysis for all of the sports and entertainment district, they acknowledge, they just looked at, I'll just say, the top lines of the Spurs consultant's numbers. With this level of investment, we need an understanding of the assumptions, an understanding of the data sources, an understanding of the methodology. We're talking about $500 million here.
And again, that was an interview with Gina Ortiz Jones on KSAT Q&A yesterday evening.
And you can watch the entire interview there. I know Myra and Stefania, who were standing right here, the mayor was right there. You can watch the whole conversation at KSAT.com. They had a lot to say, for sure. Meanwhile, it is 9:40, 83 degrees right now, and you are watching GMSA at 9.
Well, if you've gone out to eat lately, you know it can cost a small fortune to feed a family of 4 or more. And sometimes that bill can be $50 or more higher, depending on where you go.
We'll have another $20 deal at dinner with David coming up after the break.
To get these beef skewers ready for the grill, you first want to get your steak, cut it into cubes, put it into a Ziploc bag, use seasonings of your choice. I'm using some chimichurri seasoning, that's Alfregoni, some teriyaki marinade, and some low sodium soy sauce. A little bit of oil in there, slap the bag, put it in the refrigerator, and while that's in the refrigerator, you want to prep your potatoes. So you want to get the grill going, make sure it's nice and hot, and then you want to clean your potatoes, oil them, season the outside, wrap them in some foil, and then you also want to soak your bamboo skewers. Put those potatoes right next to the coals and have those hang out. Now, red onions, you want to make sure you're getting big chunks, green bell pepper as well, and you want to set those off to the side. And once your skewers have soaked for about 30 minutes, you want to start layering up your skewers. You try to go beef, bell pepper, onion, and do that as many times as you can. I actually got about 10 skewers off this thing, and then right onto the grill. I'm using a little grill cover as well right there, so it's not touching the fire directly, and it's catching all my veggies. These cooked for a little while. I made sure I just got it right over medium. Open up my baked potato after an hour. Look how beautiful that is on the inside. 2 tablespoons of butter, those skewers, and then sauce it how you want it. I'll put some more teriyaki on top, a little sriracha mayo, and some sriracha. These things were absolutely delicious. Don't forget to scan the QR code on the screen for the full recipe.
Mouth is watering. Mouth is watering.
I know. I wish we had that here.
Okay.
Well, the San Antonio Zoo is teaming up with the Parkinson's Foundation this weekend to raise awareness and funds for Parkinson's disease. So on Saturday and Sunday, the zoo will donate $1 from every train ride ticket sold to the foundation, honoring the late Ozzy Osbourne.
Right. Tickets cost $6, and on Saturday, visitors can learn more about Parkinson's, meet foundation representatives, and make donations. It's a chance to have fun and support a great cause. And fittingly, it's called Crazy Train.
Aww.
Love it.
Tickets are available for adults and children ages 3 and up. And of course, late Ozzy Osbourne dealt with
He did.
Parkinson's disease, and so that's a pretty cool tribute, right?
It is a nice tribute. Speaking of the zoo, there are friends of flamingos in the sun already, and yeah, we're already at 83 degrees, and it's only 9:46.
Feel like this 7-day forecast is on a crazy train.
There you go. Yes, exactly.
Love that song, by the way. It's a great workout song.
Still holds up after all these years.
Yes. Love it. Okay, let's go to the tropics, guys. Let's talk about Tropical Storm Erin. Winds are at 45 miles per hour. It's moving west at 20 miles per hour. Still a tropical storm, kind of lopsided right now. So, the conditions may not be perfect. It is moving into an area where the wind shear should lighten up, and we've got warm waters. But at the moment, not looking terrific. It'll get there. I have no doubt that this thing becomes a hurricane, if not a major hurricane, by this weekend. The good news here, you look at the path, it should be north of any of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. And really, this could just be a storm that stays out over the ocean altogether. We'll see with Bermuda, but for the most part, other than it's going to kick up waves on the East Coast, this is not going to be, I think, a big problem for the United States. Now, what we are continuing to watch, it's what's going on here across the Yucatan. We'll spin right there. That's a little wave. Look, it's overland, so obviously it's not going to develop here soon. But once it gets out onto the Gulf, I'd say tonight into tomorrow, there is going to be a very small window that it could get its act together. I doubt that it does. And honestly, for us, it's better if this thing stays disorganized, because as it gets pulled in our direction around a ridge high pressure, we want it to kind of spread the wealth, so to speak, and spread that moisture far and wide, because that would give us a better chance for rain if, as opposed to being just a compact little system that only affects a small area. So with that in mind, that tropical moisture from this tropical wave tomorrow afternoon will be in the middle of the Gulf. And then by Friday, it starts to move up into South Texas. Now, as it moves north, it kind of loses its punch a little bit. But the brighter the green, the more thick and deeper the moisture is. And when you get that kind of tropical moisture, you can often get those kind of just downpours, and they can be, good rain producers. We're not looking for flooding rains because this thing will be moving at a pretty quick clip. But I did raise the rain chances on Saturday to account for this. So 30% chance today, smaller chances tomorrow and Friday. I don't think we see much on the radar. And then Saturday, there's your 40% chance. And then next week, as I was saying earlier, Tuesday, it's small chance, but by Wednesday, looking pretty good. Maybe for some rain next week. So not bad. Not a bad forecast all in all, other than it stays pretty hot. Outside right now, we're feeling it. 83 at the airport. Southerly winds at 9, feels like 90. 82 in New Braunfels, feels like 90 there. Converse already feels like 93. So as you might imagine, give it another 3 or 4 hours, and we'll have heat index values above 100. The air temperature yesterday, by the way, got up to 101. Pretty surprising to see it get that hot, but we are now at 12 days at 100 or above. Below average, mind you. But we have racked up quite a few days this month. August has been definitely our hottest month so far this year. June and July, the numbers kind of behave themselves a little bit, but not so much this month. All right, 20% chance rain at 2 o'clock, 30% chance at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You see the high temperature there, 98. And extended forecast to 100 tomorrow with those lower rain chances. We'll go 97 Saturday, but if we were to get a little more coverage with rain, maybe we could lower that number a little bit. Then some triple digits likely Sunday, Monday before those rain chances kick in next week. And stay tuned. Next week's forecast could be not so bad.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be
I like
prepared.
it. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, we'll take the rain chances.
I like what you're saying. So I'm down with that.
Yeah.
All right, we're down with SA Live in about 9 minutes from now. Let's get another preview of what's happening across the way. Good morning.
Hey there, guys. Yes, all right. So, of course, back to school. We are asking for those back to school pictures because we know you love to take them and we love to see them. So we want you to scan that QR code that you're going to see here in a second and send us those back to school pictures, and your kids may be on the show in a little bit, okay?
Wishing them a great school year.
Yes, and back to school doesn't have to mean boring dinners or empty wallets.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We've got a quick list, okay, of delicious deals for the whole family and some freebies too.
They are really good too, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that one.
Okay, and we've got Camille here with Sadi, and You have been on the show a bunch. We love it when you're here.
Girl.
And you have some new menu items,
Yes,
some great
ma'am.
Filipino food. What is one of those new items debuting on the show right now?
This is called beef pares. It's tender roasted beef with some sweet tendons and some garlic fried rice.
Oh my goodness, this is delicious. I cannot wait to dive into that. And then we've got magic on the show. We've got our friend Dana Daniels here. He is going to be wowing us and talking about a new show that is happening this week. And you got a trick to show us right now.
Oh, well, real quick, just do the card, say stop.
Stop.
Okay, go ahead and look at the card. Got it?
All right.
All right, and gonna give it a little cut.
Okay.
A little more shuffle.
Okay.
And watch this. What was your card?
8 of clubs.
8 of clubs. Here we go. Watch it.
Uh-oh, that's not.
There we go. All right, right there from the center of the deck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Daniels is going to be at the Magic Saloon here for the rest of the weekend and week. And I tell you, it is a great place to go with the entire family. The kids can have a great time too. So much fun to have right before the show and after the show, because there's up close magic, right, with Oscar.
There's close-up magic, and there's a little museum, and there's a thing you have to go through and solve a puzzle and things like that. Yeah, it's a lot to do.
Yeah, very interactive too. I love that.
All right. Well, giant rodents that whistle, yes, swim and purr. Don't miss your chance to meet the internet's favorite animal in real life. All that and more when SA Live continues.
Family living died in America. Good old USA.
Beyonce has an Emmy to go with her 35 Grammys. The performer won a Primetime Emmy for costume design for her Netflix special Beyonce Bowl. She's up for 2 more awards for the show at the 77th Annual Creative Arts Emmys, September 6th and 7th in LA. K-pop Demon Hunters is having a moment. The breakout animated musical series has topped the Netflix rankings and the Billboard charts. Now fans can take part in K-pop Demon Hunters, a sing-along event in theaters August 23rd and 24th. Tickets go on sale today. More info at singkpopdemonhunters.com.
Gentlemen, we've got company. These here are my brothers, Tony, Mikey, Vinny, and Braden.
Braden, right. Suits you.
The podcast trio goes up against the mob in the new season of Only Murders in the Building. Guest stars include Renee Zellweger, Christoph Waltz, Taya Leone, Bobby Cannavale, Davine Joy Randolph, Diane Wiest, and Meryl Streep. Season 5 of Only Murders in the Building premieres September 9th on Hulu. Following the clues in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Let's look out there with TransGuide real quick. I do see a crash on the TxDOT website. The crash I'm talking about is not here. It's at I-10 and Frio Street westbound. So that kind of just happened, so be aware of that. Some lanes closed. Right now we're looking at Highway 281 at St. Mary's where things are moving, and we're also looking at Highway 90 at Couples, and things are moving there. But yeah, we had an eventful morning with more school districts back in school today.
And there will be more in the coming days. Next week, another another round will start on Monday. So we're just reminding everybody about school zones and school buses and the arms on the buses and those kinds of things. Just be mindful.
Okay, let's take a look at the forecast. 30% chance of some storms today. So if you are going to be in pickup line or you got evening commute planned, which, you know, if you're at work, you're maybe not listening to us, but you get the idea. There is a chance for some showers and maybe a few downpours. We'll see lower rain chances Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is a day that we've kind of highlighted too, as we may see some tropical moisture. And that forecast will probably evolve a little bit depending on how that system there in the Gulf evolves. So just check back with us. Otherwise, Sunday and Monday looks quiet. Yeah. And then next week could be somewhat eventful, which is encouraging.
Okay.
So we'll see how that works out. We're getting ever so close to where we can start talking about fronts.
Yes.
Ooh,
and
my
football
favorite
season.
topics. Okay.
And then Halloween. I know you are the queen of Halloween.
I can't wait.
So a lot of exciting things to come. Very
Yes.
good. All right. Well, speaking of that, SA Live is up next. Have a fantastic day.
Celebrating San Antonio with the city's #1 lifestyle and variety show. This is SA Live.
Well, back to school doesn't have to mean boring dinners or empty wallets.
It sure does not. We're talking bagels, enchiladas, pizza, and even a chance to win a meal for free.
Okay, all right. So we're going to start with Las Palapas, all right? Today only, just $25 gets you 4 enchilada plates, 4 bean and cheese tacos,